Okay, so I've been asked by enough people. Enough people it was worth it to just make a video. What my skill build looks like, and what perk deck I run, and yada 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 yada. It's kind of hard to explain in game in the chat. I can kind of say where I put most of my skills, but it's hard to be specific. So I figured if anyone was curious what I run on my main build that I play with on like Overkill and Death Wish, I'll just show you. I'll just show you. So let's just jump into this. I don't want this video to be too long because it's just going to be building. Now, what I did was is I just opened up a skill perk set and figured we'd build from here. So let's just start with Mastermind. Mastermind's a great tree. It really is. And I've been playing around more with Mastermind with a different build. But for the one that I normally do, usually I just unlock this. So you can use the medic bag, and then I'll ace this. So you buy it once, and you get 100% stamina increase, and you buy it again, and 50% more for you and your crew. That's all I do. That's all I do in Mastermind. Like I said, I just don't... I like the tree. It's very good. A lot of people will double up with this and Enforcer, or this and Technician, or something like that. But for this build, it's just these two. That's it. Then let's go to Enforcer. When I first started playing around with the dodge build, I don't think I had anything in Enforcer, but I got flash banged so many times. Literally, my screen was white for more than a minute, and obviously I died, and you just can't do that, especially on Death Wish. So we buy this, you have to, the ammo bag. Then I think I went over here and I aced this so you can run faster, or you can move faster and you can throw farther. I think that's pretty important, especially on like the new Golden Grin heist. You're moving so many bags, Big Bang, Hoxton Breakout, stuff like that. So we do that. Then I did this one. I'm sure it was this one, yes, because then if you get surrounded or engulfed by enemies, which sometimes that happens to me, you can you take less damage. I think, yeah, you take less damage, and how does that work? Yeah, you receive less damage when you're surrounded by 3 more enemies. And then I think what I did, and I would change it now probably to this, but for the build I was using before, I believe I did this one because I was using the Judge pistol, and that's a shotgun, so even though it's a pistol, so I was using this, and then I was buying the basic stun resistance, flashbang reduction. Just 25%, 50% is better, and I know a lot of people say that's the best, but 25% is just enough. I've never had problems. Usually if they throw a flash grenade, I don't get killed from it. So it's really not that big of a deal. So I buy this one as well. And that's it. That's all we do in Enforcer, I believe. Yes. Hopefully the points come out at the end, so I'll know if I did something wrong. Now I know a lot of people, a lot of dodge builds don't like to venture too far into Technician. I honestly didn't at first, but I would get hit by the lone taser. The lone taser with the one weak cop next to him get tased to death and fall. And it consistently happened. And I see this happen all the time. And you have to go help him and shoot the taser off of him. I can't stand it. If you're on Overkill or Death Wish and you get overrun and there's multiple tasers and a whole herd of them coming after you, you're probably going to go down even with the stun resistance. But a lot of times you'll get hit by that lone taser. And it's so frustrating. So I venture into here. We buy this just because we have to, and then I believe I ace both of these, which is really no point to the dodge build, but I just would rather do that than the C4, I guess. So I ace both of these, sharpshooter, and you can see on the right side there what the basic and the ace version is, but you're familiar with the game, so you probably know this anyway, so we won't go over that too much. And rifleman, and then I come over here and let's see, do I ace this? Gosh, I think I ace this. Well, let's see how this comes out. Then I ace this, and then I buy the basic of this. Yeah, I still need to spend 5 more points. So we'll ace this, and then I buy one here. Let's see, 1 point left. Yeah, and then I buy one here. I believe just because my goal is to get to here and buy the basic. And I didn't want to ace this because then you waste points. If I spent 8, then I would have went over by 3 and had less. So that's the only reason I waste points here, because it saves me, what, it saves me like 3 points or something like that. So the only reason we come into here, it's nice to be able to upgrade your drill too, but that's not the main reason. The main reason is to get the shock proof. It doesn't deal him any damage, but it'll knock him back. It'll get him off of you so you can get away at least and then take him out. So the only reason we venture into here is this, and this I think is my secret to the dodge build. And there's other guys that I'm sure have done it. I'm not the first, I know this, but for me, this is what makes my dodge build for me work, because I can get away from them. Everything else is pretty standard, I think, with a dodge build. But as you can see, it's just, we ace this one, fix it faster, and it can auto restart, more efficient both times, and then it's quieter, but it's not silent, so people can still hear it. But no big deal, because mainly we wanted this, and this was Nerves of Steel. So again, taking 50% less damage, that would go with dodge, I suppose, and then the steel sight bleed out. But let's keep on moving. Ghost, we go into Ghost because in my build, and well, most dodge builds I would assume, you want to be fast and you want to have a lot of stamina. So we go into here and we ace this guy. We ace Sprinter. So it takes less time to regenerate stamina. And you're faster. We do this because sometimes you get into a sticky situation where you need to jump off. Like Hoxton Breakout in the garage, you can jump down the parking levels. In the Alesso Heist, you can jump onto the overhang where the ticket booth is, kind of. As long as it's not like a fatal height, you can do that and it won't really hurt you. And then we come up here and we just buy the basic of this, just so we're a little bit faster. Not so much for our walk speed, but for the crouch speed. It's nice because I find myself crouched a lot. And I believe that's it. So we have 63 points left. This is where most of the dodge happens. So we unlock this. This gives you the mini meds, the little first aid kits. I know we do the... Well, let's just do this first. I believe I ace this one just because, you know, you kind of have to keep moving. Plus, your steadiness is increased by 10. So we do this. Then we do this. Let's see. Duck and cover. More dodge if you're crouching. Yes, yes, yes. Then we do this, which deploys faster and crew members take less damage. So we ace this as well because the main goal... Let's see, 5 more points. I think we ace this one. Yeah, we have to ace this one. And then 1 more point. Yeah, and then I buy this to get my melee concealment down a little bit. Then we ace this. Whoops. No, no, no. Yes, we ace this to give us 14 mini meds. And I tried playing with the Counter-Strike Cloaker. That's complete crap. You might counter maybe 1 or 2 extra cloakers, but you still get hit. You still get hit a lot. I think this is a joke. So that's a waste. But we come over here, we ace this out because we just do. You can, it doesn't apply to grenade launchers, which we do use, but for our sidearm, it's nice. A better chance for a critical strike. And then we also ace this for the dodge if you keep your concealment low enough. So we ace this out. Yes, we have 9 points left, so we also buy the basic of this and the basic of this. So Bullseye, you regenerate armor for headshots and critical strikes, right? Or no, damage boost for successful pistol hits. So these are both nice. It would be nice to be able to ace both of them, but you know, I don't think it really matters that much. I played around with the Swan Song, which was really cool, but I don't know. It's nice because you can either get out of a really bad spot to a safe spot where someone can help you up, or, you know, you can just take out a bunch of enemies for a short period of time, but you're super slow when you have it. It's a good skill, but I don't think it was necessary to our build. So we had 1 point left, and I believe that I used that right here. Yeah, it gives you a damage boost, yes. So this was where I used the extra point. I screwed up. Forgive me. So that's my build. Kind of went over it fast, but, you know, you're familiar. You can pause it and, you know, try to copy it. So we'll go over it real quick here. Mastermind, that's what we got. Enforcer, that's what we got. Not too much. Technician, we did a lot because we really want shockproof. That's what you want. And you want to minimize the amount of points to get there. Ghost... I pretty consistently, no matter what build I have, I think I always do this in Ghost, I think, and Fugitive. So that's the skills at least. And as far as perk decks go, I don't think you can use anything other than Rogue. Some people use Hitman, but Hitman has it's like one perk deck that has a negative effect of it. Where is it? It's right here. You lose 5% armor, but its recovery rate is increased. I just think they want it for the dual wielding, but you can get that as a skill. Plus, I don't use that. dual wield very often unless I do stealth missions, so, and even then I don't use it very much. Rogue is where it's at. You know, you got 10% dodge, headshot. Well, this won't help your buddy out, but it helps you out. 15% less likely to be targeted when you're next to someone. 1% concealment when wearing armor, which really doesn't matter because we don't use armor. A 10% dodge, walk-in closet, which is really dumb, I think. More dodge, more damage, but does not apply to melee weapons. And then your last one, killer instinct. That's the perk deck I use. Now, honestly, I have played around a lot with this grinder one, and I have a build for that, but it's not, I'm not happy with it completely yet. Maybe we'll show that eventually, but I'm working on a grinder perk deck build as well. But that's my stealth build, Rogue. That's where it's at. I mean, that's what we have. So if you were curious, there's nothing too special about it. There's other people that do it, but that's what I do. Now, it also goes hand in hand with the weapons that I use. If you use different weapons, this build might not work for you. I can use this build with other weapons, but consistently I like to use a grenade launcher. Blaze, you know what I'm talking about. The GL40 for the win. Yeah, so I use the GL40 because you can get the concealment down, and then I'll pull out some kind of sidearm that's like a pistol. I used to use the Judge, but you don't have a lot of ammo then, so that's what I do. That's my dodge build. I still isn't perfect. I still might change a few things here and there, but consistently that's what I like to run. But lately, like I said, I've been playing around with the grinder perk deck, and I think there's a superior build with the grinder perk deck. I really feel like if you work on it, if I keep working on it, I really think I can get a grinder perk deck build that'll be better than this dodge one, because that perk deck is very, very interesting to me, I think. So you need basically no health. You don't have to bring any health, so it completely changes the build of what I would want to do. Not so much a dodge build then, but we'll see. This video is probably way too long already, so I won't do the grinder build this video, plus I'm not done with it. So for now, that's the dodge build. Like I said, remember, keep in mind that it will depend on what kind of weapons you use. You need to keep the concealment down. I would definitely bring something very heavy, something to take out dozers and shields and specials with. Mainly dozers and shields, not so much the tasers or cloakers, because I usually use a sidearm for that. But keep in mind to bring something to take out them, but yet keep that concealment low. I believe my concealment is consistently about 10, sometimes a little higher or a little lower. I'm not really sure, but I think it's about 10. I'm not sure, but yeah. So anyone that wanted to know, there it is. It's out there. Try it out. See if it works for you. If it does work for you, leave me a comment if it did and if you like it. If you absolutely hated it, leave me a comment. Let me know it didn't work for you. I'm curious to see if it works for everybody or just a small portion or half and half. Let me know. And if you want to see the grinder perk deck that I'm working on, skill build, leave a like and we'll check that out. But thanks for everything. You guys and girls are amazing, and until the next video, take it easy.